Well, I'm joined by Nikki here in the studio. We actually should be in Peel, but it's just the way things are going today. I'm with you here in Douglas because we're talking about dogs on the beach and how, or rather how little they can actually go on there compared with other beaches on the Isle of Man.
Yep, that's correct.
You've got an issue here, but it's a commissioner's issue, I'm taking it, right?
So yeah, the commissioners have basically, what we've gone to them and asked them is, can we use the beach between April, May and September, either on restricted hours or basically use them from the Bridge Street end of the slip down to the other end of the beach. But at the moment, they're just being no. I went to them in 2020 and asked them, could we use the Bridge Street end over the summer months when we're banned? And I just got a blank no.
Okay, let's explain for people who don't know. The Bridge Street bit is the tidal bit. It's more like rocky, isn't it? It's a far right-hand side as you look at it.
Yeah, so basically they're worried about dog poo being left on the beach. So if we use the Bridge Street end, it is fully tidal. So we can only use it when the tide's out. When the tide comes in, it'll wash everything out. And considering how much sewerage is in Peel, in the sea, it's like, you know, that's not too much to ask. And we're away then from the other end of the beach. Yeah. But my argument now, which I'm getting really frustrated with, is that the commissioners have got this lovely asset in Peel, but they're underutilising it, and it's really affecting the businesses. So in April and May, from the 1st of April, we are banned completely from using the beach. But what about the beach itself? It is empty, because where are their target audience? Their target audience is at school or at work. So many a day, the beach is empty. What about all the businesses in Peel that are losing out? Because the dog owners, I'm going to Glenwillan or I'm going to Port Erin, Port St Mary, where we're still allowed to use a beach in April and May. And I'm doing my shopping down there. I'm going to get breakfast down there. So I think for the businesses of Peel, they really are missing out because the dogs are banned.
The thing is, you know what's going to, I'm going to have here is you are a responsible dog owner, and unfortunately some aren't. I mean, even on the beach, would you expect to clear up mess, or do you expect the tides just to do its thing?
No, if I see dog poo that other dog owners are left, I pick it up.
But that's the problem, isn't it? Because unfortunately, people don't. Sometimes they do. Anyway.
Sometimes they don't, and that should be where the dog warden comes in and people start getting fined. But where's our dog warden in Peel? He's busy up the campsite. So your dog warden has dual roles, which the Commissioner's very open and honest with, but he is up at the campsite and he's not around walking around. But the thing is, everybody has to take responsibility. We all have to become dog wardens, and I think the majority of people are on the beach with their dogs, have got eyes, and we are watching what other dog owners are doing, and we will shout to people and say, you've missed your dog poo, or just pick it up if you see it.
Let's just run your bit of video. This shows exactly what we're talking about here. Nice scanning up and down here, but basically the bit to the right is where all the rocks are. I can see this. And that's where you'd like to go all year round?
All year round. That would be absolutely fantastic.
Because you can get on the beach in the winter, right?
Yeah, so from the 1st of October through till the 31st of March.
Get the whole lot?
We get the whole beach, and it is fantastic. And there's loads of people down there. It's like a little dog community. We get to see everybody. And when it comes to the 1st of April, that community goes. And I totally get, in June, July and August, when the kids are on the beach, let's just keep the dogs down that very far end and keep them away. And yes, people have got to be responsible. If they know their dog is not going to behave and come back on recall, stay away from the beach. But the dog owners who do have their dogs under control, let them use that.
It's always the way though, isn't it? It's always the way. I mean, you've given me a list here. You've done your homework about different parts of the island.
This is a lady called Sharon Lambert who is working with me, I sort of gave up. I went and put my proposal together. Yeah. It got rejected and I got so downhearted about it. But I did keep mentioning it. And Sharon has taken the gauntlet.
Yeah, Ramsey, 24 hours, you can have them on. This is all summer and winter, is it? Or just summertime?
So the bit where the lifeboat station is, at the top bit, the dogs aren't allowed on there and the signs. But the rest of the bit, from their slip, so when you go down the lifeboat slip, you're allowed to go to the right and have that lovely long bit where the pier is.
A lot of beach there. Okay, Douglas, 16 hours a day. Again, this is certain parts, is it?
Certain parts, and the part of the beach is 24/7. Right. And then Port Erin, look how busy Port Erin is.
15 hours a day.
And people are still allowed on the beach in Port Erin.
You had a meeting last night, sorry.
We did.
And it was it all supporters or was it a mix?
No, it was lovely because it was a mix. Mm-hmm. So there was a couple of people there that were like, there's plenty of other spaces in Peel that dog owners can use. But the problem is now, Peel Hill, which is one of the areas we're designated to use, the sheep are roaming free on the lower part of the hill, whereas before they were up by Coran's Folly and where the gate is, so the dogs would have to be on a lead to go through the gate. And we knew that. But I went up there to sit on the lower benches with the dogs, which I quite like doing. And there's the sheep. My dogs aren't on a lead. My dogs are really good on recall. But they're Shetland sheepdogs. They're trained to, shepherd sheep. And here they are in this scenario.
What is the solution to this? I mean, you could obviously all stand to be on the council, the commissioners, should I say? Or do you think it's one of those things that it's always been like this way? And there's always going to be a health risk. I mean, let's face it.
Yeah.
Something will go wrong somewhere because that's what the way of life is. But
I think it's got to be a compromise. But my frustration is that April and May it's not being used. And why keep the dog owners off when it can be used? And then businesses can work from that. And then try the Bridge Street slip. Give it a go. Why can't lovely Manxies and Manx just be open to change and give the Bridge Street end a go?
What are you going to do next? Are you going to try for that sort of compromise?
So what's happened is now we have to sort of go out, we've all got to write to the commissioners or drop an email in, and there's a couple of email addresses on there.
Yeah.
And basically tell the commissioners whether you're for or against it, what you would like. Would you be happy for the dogs to be on the beach April, May, but not in the summer? A lot of dog owners that I've chatted to are like, Nikki, we actually don't want the dogs on the beach June, July and August. And I'm like, I don't want them on the main beach where the kids are from where the slip is the other to the left. But the Bridge Street is empty. And everybody, when I mention that, goes, yeah, that's a great idea. Because then we're off Fenella Beach where it's really busy and there's a lot of dogs and kids all mixing together.
Okay, well.
So the commissioners have a consultation for 6 weeks. The bylaws, they reckon by October, November, will go to the board what they are going to agree or not agree. But at the moment, the feeling that I got from 2 or 3 of the commissioners were like, you've got loads of spaces. But we haven't got loads of spaces where there's a lovely sand and sea. And the beach is an asset. And for me, that asset is being underutilised for the town between April and May. And that is not good for businesses in Peel. We should be encouraging people to come into Peel between April and May, use the beach, come and have a coffee, get a lovely ice cream, go to the kiosk. Jackie in the kiosk, I have asked her revenue drops in April when we're all off the beach. That's not good for little businesses. We're going to go through a tough time in the next few years because the cost of living is going up so fast. So we need every bit of revenue to come into Peel, stay in Peel and use the local businesses. And I'm really for shop local.
And bring your plastic bags with you, your pooper doopers.
Yeah, but the thing is, we've all got them in our pockets. I've emptied my pockets this morning, but I normally would come out and I'd have a poo bag in it. Okay. But yeah, and the thing is that we've all got poo bags normally, and if you forget one, you go up to some other person with a dog poo and say, have you got a dog poo bag? And you get rescued.
On that note, I think we'll leave it. But
Thank you.
Let's see what happens and do keep in touch and see what goes on.
But please, all I can ask is please, put your vote and what you want to the commissioners, because Peel commissioners want feedback from both dog owners and non-dog owners. It'll be really good. Thank you. Thanks, Paul.